Hey guys, we are back with some more New York Islanders franchise mode, and in this one we are up against the Toronto Maple Leafs in round number 1 of the Year 6 playoffs. So let's see what they're all about. We obviously know about John Tavares. We also know about Austin Matthews. Yep, there you go. So David Perron alongside of John Tavares and Connor Brown. So clearly stacking up the second line are the Toronto Maple Leafs with William Nylander, Austin Matthews, and Mitch Marner. I would put one of Marner or Nylander with Tavares, and then one of Perron and Brown with Matthews, but that's just me. But I guess this is what works. This is what works for them, so I'm not going to say anything about that, anything more anyway. Nick Cardilles, Paul Ranford, I remember him. He was in the draft. He was sort of like Mike Commodore. And Tobias Reeder, and then Sonny Milano, Cedric Paquette, and Kasperi Kapanen. Defensively, you have Ryan Murray and Timothy Liljegren, and then Jake McCabe and Nikita Zaitsev, and then Joakim Ryan and Keith Yandel. Oh my goodness, that is quite the defensive core. And then goaltenders, you have Calvin Pickard, and I'm going to assume that Tuukka Rask. Is going to be starting for the Maple Leafs. And then scratched Jason Demers and Jake Dotchin. So, obviously very forward heavy. And for that matter, very top heavy with forwards. And then Ryan Murray and Liljegren, and then Rask. So, we all know what happens when I give my professional analysis. So, we're just going to get right into this series against Johnny T and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's go. First period. Oh my goodness. Ryan Murray and Mr. Tavares himself, and then David Perron. So the first line and the first defensive pair for the Toronto Maple Leafs get 3 past Gibson in the first period. Second period. Oh my, nothing doing. That's not good, New York. Come on. Let's do it. Third period. There you go, Bennett Strite on Tuukka Rask. Oh my goodness, Matthew Barzal on Rask. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we pull it off? There's still a lot of time remaining in this game, boys. There's still plenty of time in this third period power play. Come on now. 5 minutes remaining. Can we do something? Can we do something? Yes, Bennett Strite. The studs for the New York Islanders tied the game up at 3, heading to overtime in game number 1. All right. I'm not going to go into this overtime yet because there's still obviously a lot of playoffs to go, and I want to save my voice, and we're only game number 1. So it wouldn't really matter that much. So we are going to do the sim overtime. So let's see what happens. And that is going to be a goal by Bennett Strite to complete the hat trick. Completes the hat trick and the comeback to get the New York Islanders the 1-0 series lead. Let's go. Oh my goodness. All right, so fantastic team win. Really, the first and second line did everything, but still, a great effort by the New York Islanders to come back from a 3-0 deficit in game number 1. And we're heading off to game number 2 with a 1-0 series lead. So here we go. First period. All right, that's what I like to see. Mike Commodore and Jonathan Toews, the new Johnny T for the New York Islanders, on Tuukka Rask, and then Liljegren on Gibson. Second period. Oh yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Pascal Duret, that is what I'm talking about. And Oliver Wahlstrom on Rask as well. Things are looking good here going into the third period, but we were able to come back against Toronto. They could certainly do the same to us, so let's shut her down here. Going into the third period. Come on now, boys. Shots are pretty much even. We're getting a lot of shots now, though. It has 12:55 remaining. Roughly halfway through the period. Come on. Yes, Bodie Wild with his first playoff goal on Tuukka Rask. That's what I'm talking about. And we have this game in the bag with 2 minutes remaining. No chance for Toronto. That's what I'm talking about. I probably said that like 20 times already this episode, but whatever. 2-0 series lead over the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I was about to say it again, but we're just going to go ahead here to game number 3 in Toronto. 3 goals for Bennett Strite so far, obviously, with that hat trick in game number 1 to complete the comeback. And let's hope for more or less the same in game number 3 here in Toronto. First period. Oh my, so Goal by Ranford and goal by Tavares. Not what you like to see. Second period. Oy. So they've proven they can score. We've proven we can score. This is going to be a high offensive series, boys. Milano and Nylander, and then Oliver Wahlstrom on Tuukka Rask. So going to the third here, another three goal deficit. We've proven we could score down 3 before, so we can do it again. Keith Yandel. I don't know about 4 though. That's kind of stretching it at this point. Power play marker for Oliver Wahlstrom. Okay, he's on fire, but then Paquette on Gibson. Yeah, this is all Toronto right here. This is all Toronto. Yeah, there's no way we're coming back from this one, so we'll just focus on game number 4 now and get this game out of our memories and just put it behind us, you know? Or actually, you could take it as a learning experience, and Joshua was saying is injured with a mild concussion. So we're going to edit lines manually here as we did before when he got injured, but this may be a blessing in disguise, you know? Because remember, the last time Josh Hosang got injured, we were much better defensively. So let's get Ludvig Ottoson in there, because and I'll give him third line time because he was barely playing this year because of my own ignorance. So we will give him third line time to play with Taves and Ragnarsson as to see if that does something. And then power play, yeah, that's going to put... Actually, was Ragnarsson there the whole year? I think he was. He might have been. So we'll just leave him there, I suppose. Penalty kill... Yeah, I'll leave Ottoson on the penalty kill because that was he was on the original penalty kill lines anyway. I don't know why that's doing that, but I guess I'll leave it that way. And yeah, that looks good. Yep, we're good. Okay, so that was one bad game. One bad game. Let's hope we don't replicate that and we can replicate something like game number 2 or even game number 1. You know, if you want to do it comeback style, but let's really take a stranglehold around this series, get a 3-1 series lead. Here we go, first period. Goal by Ryan Moran Gibson. Not good. Second period. There you go. That's what I like to see. Wahlstrom and Ottoson, his first game back since when? Like November? And he gets a goal on Rask. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. And there you go. That once again, that phrase. But I'll just ignore that. Here we go. Third period. Get something going here, New York. Power play. There you go. Mike Commodore. Power play is on fire. And Mike Commodore, once again, 2 markers from practically the same spot on Tuukka Rask, and we have a 3-goal lead just like that. Another power play. Okay, shorthanded. Austin Matthews gets a goal for Toronto with roughly 8 minutes left. Oh no, Sonny Milano. Oh, please hold on. Please hold on. Please hold on. Thank you. Okay. All right, we have a 3-1 series lead. A little scared there for a second, but we held on. That's the important part. And Oliver Wahlstrom with 4 goals so far this series in 4 games played. What a beast. Game 5, not going to make any changes. We, for the most part, have been good. So I'll just trust these lines the way they are. First period. Okay, I'll take it. Matthew Barzal and Bennett Strite, once again, they are on fire. And Connor Brown for Toronto. Second period. Goals by Brown and Matthews. Oh my goodness, the first line. Maybe it's work. It actually works for them. So we're going to have a 1-goal deficit here in the third period. We're going to have a little bit of a mountain to climb, but it shouldn't be too hard. As we are a offensive team, we can score goals just as easily as they can. So here we go. Power play. Yes, Christian Ragnarsson. Just as I say it. All right, come on now. Get the extra, well, not the extra goal, but the go-ahead goal at this point in the game. Please. 3 minutes left. 2, 1. Last minute hero. Nope, we're going overtime. Okay, so this is game number 5, so we will get into the overtime, and it's the series on the line, so let's go. All right, here we go. Tavares versus Barzal. Oh, man, it doesn't get bigger than this. Tavares wins that back from Murray, and Tavares gets it back. Tavares dumps down low, where it's met by Mueller. Barzal into the zone, over to Durant, back to Barzal, over to Mueller. Bad pass by him as it's intercepted by Brown and got to Murray. Tavares, up for Toronto. Has that puck, gets it to Murray. Ryan Murray back to Liljegren. Liljegren down low for Perron. Perron tries to center it to Tavares, and Tavares gets knocked by, I believe that was Pascal Durant. As Wahlstrom gets it from Barzal back to, tried to get it back to Barzal, but Perron intercepts that and gets it to Liljegren. But taken by New York as Barzal, delayed penalty on Toronto. And we have a power play for 2 minutes in overtime. Here we go, boys. Liljegren to the box for Toronto. What did he do? I'm going to guess slashing, since that seems to be the trend as of recent. Yep, that looks like a slashing. Call to me. Yes, it is. Timothy Liljegren to the box for slashing. So, Mueller, Barzal, Wahlstrom with Shea and Cizek, I think. I'm not sure. I'm still not sure who it is, but number 25, yeah, I believe that's Cizek. Yeah, that's Cizek. So, Shea will take that, gets it to Cizek, and up to Barzal. Out of the zone, and into the offensive zone they go. Barzal takes that shot, and Mueller was right there. He had the rebound, but could not bang it home. Barzal up to Mueller. Back to Barzal. Barzal takes it in himself, and Wahlstrom right there for the rebound, but the puck is cleared out by Toronto before he could get there. My goodness. What a sequence right there on the power play for the New York Islanders. As Cizek is back skating right there. Not sure why he's doing that. As number 30 for Toronto will take that below the net and get it to Zaitsev. And Cizek will recover. And Wahlstrom will take it up into the zone. Wahlstrom does a little deke. Passes it to Strite, who tried to just pull the trigger but could not, as Ranford will take that, but Strite takes it in for New York and gets absolutely clobbered as Zaitsev over to McCabe. Milano chased down, and Ranford will take it for Toronto. About to say New York, as Ranford circles that around the net, and Shea tried to get that up by intercepted by Ryan Murray. Shea back up to Wahlstrom, and Strite will take that for the New York Islanders and get into the zone with Commodore, and Murray will take it back for Toronto. Murray dumps in. 25 seconds remaining on the Islanders power play. Shea gets it up to Ragnarsson, number 94. Strite takes it in the zone. Number 85 dumps in. Chased by Commodore, but obtained by Ranford and dumped out for Toronto. With 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Should be the last rush here for New York. Ragnarsson takes it into the zone. Tries to pass it over, but cannot make the pass complete. And out of the box is Liljegren. And number 30 for Toronto takes it in, but hit by, I believe that was Bodie Wild who made the hit. And Morgan Riley gives it up to Commodore, who dumps in on the offside warning. Ryan will take that for Toronto, who gets absolutely clobbered. And Commodore over to Strite, over to Ragnarsson. Oh my goodness, and he just ran into the goaltender. Oh my goodness, so many good chances here for the New York Islanders, but we cannot convert. Strite takes it into the zone. Takes the shot and grasped with the beautiful glove save for Toronto with 10:06 remaining in the overtime period. Wahlstrom tied with McDavid for the goal lead so far in the playoffs. As Strite, Commodore, and Beauvillier out there now for New York against Tavares, Brown, and Perron. Riley over to Duret. Beauvillier to Commodore with a shot that... Oh, man. These goaltenders, man. Tuukka Rask making some great saves here for Toronto. Number 28, I believe that is Connor Brown for Toronto, as Gibson says no to that. That is an easy save for him. Pascal Duret, top 6 in hits. Very nice. Ottoson, Taves, and Ragnarsson out there now, along with Duret and Riley. Against Taves, Perron, and Brown for Toronto. And Duret will take that up to Ragnarsson. Ragnarsson passes it over to Ottoson. Ottoson to Ragnarsson, the Swedish connection. Ragnarsson to Taves with the shot. And that just went wide of the net as Brown takes it for Toronto. Brown into the zone. Tries to get past the D. Finds Matthews. And what a shot by number 11, Timothy Liljegren. But cannot get it past Gibson in the overtime period. With 6:08 remaining. Here we go now, boys. Ottoson, Taves, and Ragnarsson, along with Duret and Riley still. Faceoffs have been pretty much even tonight, as Liljegren over to Nylander with the shot blocked by Duret. That's what we pay him to do. Taves up to Ottoson. Ottoson with 5 minutes remaining in the overtime. Dumps in, chased by Ragnarsson. Ragnarsson has that below the goal line and gets it to Ottoson. Duret back down low to Ottoson. Ottoson battling Nylander for it, and Duret gets it over to Ragnarsson. Ottoson, the Swedish connection. Back to Wild. Ottoson in the corner. Ragnarsson to Taves and over to Duret. Duret to Ottoson. Ottoson, make something happen. Ragnarsson back to Wild. Wild down low below the goal line as Murray takes it and over to Liljegren as the Islanders cannot convert once again. My goodness, that's going to kill them. Marner to Nylander with a shot, and great save by Gibson with 1:49 remaining in the overtime. Fourth line out there, Dzingel, Jankowski, and Cizek for the New York Islanders against Nylander, Marner, and Matthews. Wild to Dobson. Dobson sends Cizek on his way. Number 25 to Jankowski, number 75. Back to Wild. Back down low to Jankowski. Jankowski for Dzingel. And that is taken by Wild. Down low to Jankowski, who is absolutely crushed. And that looked like a bad leg injury if I've ever seen one. But he appears to be okay. The way he crushed. Look at this. Oh my goodness. That is painful. Oh man. Oh, that stretch. Oh. Dzingel, Jankowski, and Cizek still out there. Surprised they're still out there after that kind of hit. Oh my goodness. Jankowski down low for Cizek. Back to Dobson on the point. Dobson finds Jankowski. Jankowski back to Dobson. Over to Jankowski. They play catch a lot as Cizek tries to center that for someone, but finds Tuukka Rask instead. First line out there now, Mueller, Barzal, and Wahlstrom against Perron, Tavares, and Brown. And McCabe and Zaitsev. Then Pulock out there along with Shea. Pulock down low for Mueller. And Shea could not get there in time as Toronto has another delay penalty coming up. Yeah, another penalty on Toronto. So this is going to be a huge opportunity here for your New York Islanders as we are moving the puck around pretty well here on the delay penalty as Mueller with the shot that goes wide and high of the net. It might have got a little bit of Rask's glove, but David Perron, I believe, will be the one to go to the box. Or is it Tavares? Okay, it's Perron. Because both of them were skating towards the box. I was like, who is it? Is it both of them? We have a 5-on-3 here or something? No. We have a 5-on-4 Perron to the box. Mueller, Barzal, Wahlstrom, Cizek, and Shea out there for the power play. Let's see what they can do. Zaitsev gets it to McCabe, who clears. Good start to the penalty kill for Toronto. Cizek will chase it. Gets it over to Wahlstrom. Wahlstrom, number 18 for the New York Islanders, takes it in. Takes it down low. Has Toronto Maple Leafs chasing him and gets 2 shots off there. That was an awfully close chance for him as Riley back to Wahlstrom. Wahlstrom looking to make it happen himself. Zaitsev gets it for Toronto and clears with 1:30 remaining in the power play. Pretty good kill here by Toronto so far as Mueller gets it up to Barzal, the captain. Looking to get something done here for his team and end the series. Ragnarsson to Riley. Back to Ragnarsson. Over to Barzal. Barzal to Wild. Wild with the shot and Barzal in front. Looking to make something happen on the rebound, but Rask will cover up with 1:11 remaining in the power play. So maybe we can make something happen off the faceoff here, but if we don't, then we're going to a second overtime period here. Riley to Ragnarsson with the shot that is blocked by Liljegren. Wild with 1 second remaining, and we are going to a second overtime here in game number 5. Islanders looking to close this out, and Toronto holding on for dear life. All right, here we go. Overtime number 2. Let's hope we can get it done, because I really don't want to have to go to a game number 6 or even a game number 7 for that matter. So Barzal out there against Paquette. They're starting Paquette. Well, I guess that makes sense. Penalty kill. So we'll have 1 minute and 4 seconds on the power play as Barzal to Riley with the shot that goes and deflects off the stick of, I believe that is Ryan Murray. And Barzal tried to send that to Mueller, but gloved by Rask with 53 seconds remaining on the power play. Nothing doing so far for New York, but they're looking to get it going here in the second overtime, I should say. As Rask will cover that one up, no problem. Mueller, Barzal, Wahlstrom, and Wild out there now, along with Riley. And that puck is jumbling around a little bit, and we have a 5-on-3. Toronto is being killed by these penalties here. Ryan Murray heads to the box. Did not see what that was for. Let's see. Guessing another slash. Yeah, that's slashing. That's got to be like the 10th slashing call in a row that we've seen in live action. Oh my goodness. Strike. Commodore, Ragnarsson, Wild, and Riley out there now for your New York Islanders. Riley over to Strike. Back to Riley and Strike passing it around very nicely right now as Wild takes the shot. As Paquette gets it out for Toronto. I am all over the place today. Cannot talk. Riley gets it up to Strite. Over to Commodore. Back to Strite. And Strite will take it in. Strite loses it, but Ragnarsson obtains. And Riley really fighting for that puck and gets it back for New York. Ragnarsson to Wild. To Riley. Riley skates in. Tries to get something done, but cannot. Ragnarsson has it for New York. Ragnarsson down low to Commodore all alone. Commodore with a second chance, and oh my, he can't put it by Tuukka Rask as the 5-on-3 expires for New York. Oh my goodness. What a sequence there by the New York Islanders. Still cannot convert. Commodore to Ragnarsson. Ragnarsson tries to get the shot away, blocked in front. Strite tries to retain the puck and lifted by Liljegren as Perron will take that and get it to Ranford. 54 seconds remaining on the power play. Ranford takes the shot on Gibson. Gibson throws it out to Wild as he gets it to Riley. And they will settle things down a little bit here, as that's going to go for an icing, unfortunately. On the power play, that is not good. Especially with the sequence that just happened in front of our own net, and Commodore with 2 chances to put it by Rask all alone and cannot get it done. My goodness. Strite, Commodore, and Ragnarsson still out there, along with Wild and Riley. Riley has it. Take it out of his own zone and get it up to Ragnarsson. Ragnarsson to Commodore. Back to Riley, who scores, and Morgan Riley gets the goal to send the New York Islanders to round number 2. That's what I'm talking about. What a series against the Toronto Maple Leafs. But they were no match for us, as Morgan Riley sends us to round number 2. So, good overall series, obviously. And that's got to feel satisfying for New York Islander fans to beat that man, John Tavares, who left them some odd years ago and now have the better team than the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's got to feel good. As, yeah, great play by the boys on the power play to send us to round number 2. And I believe this is it right here. Yes, it is. Morgan Riley with a one-timer. And what a play, what a game, what a series. There you go. Alright, so here we go. Back in the menu now. We have taken care of the Toronto Maple Leafs in 5 games. Let's see the playoff stats so far. So Wahlstrom, 7 points. Strite and Commodore with 6. That second line. It's great. Matthew Barzal with 5. Taves, Ragnarsson, Pulock, and Mueller with 4. Beauvillier with 3. Riley with 2. Clutch goal there to send us to round number 2. Ho-Sang with 2 in 3 games. Shea with 2. Cizek with 2. Ottoson with 1 in 2 games. Wild with a goal. Durett with a goal as well. Pavelski and Gryba did not play. Jankowski and Dzingel, no points. Dobson, no points either. But you know what? We won the series. That's all that matters at this point. +4 for Ho-Sang and Beauvillier. Let's see what's going on here with face-offs. So Commodore with 58.3. He's turned it on with the face-offs here in the playoffs. Clutch when he has to be. Jankowski with a 57.1. Barzal 54.7. And Beauvillier with a 47.6. And Taves with a 46%. That's unusual for him on the face-off circle. Durett with 14 hits. Giveaways and takeaways. 6 for Ragnarsson. Very good for Ragnarsson. Very good for Barzal. Not good for Commodore. Gave it away quite a bit. Strike, very good. Shea, good. Ottoson, okay. Taves, really not good. Wow. Wow, okay. Wild, good. Beauvillier, good. Riley, good. Very good, actually, for a defenseman. Mueller, okay. Jankowski, good. Pulock, what you gonna do? Dobson, good. Cizek, good. Durett, good. Dzingel, really not good. Wahlstrom, not good at all. But, hey, he got some offense. That's all that really matters from him. Ho-Sang, not good either. But, again, he got some offense in the 3 games that he played. So, really can't complain. Was there any fights in this series? No, there was not. And goaltenders, let's see. Gibson, 874 save percentage. So, could have done better. He could have done better. But there was a high-scoring game or 2 in there. So, at least we won the series. That's all I can say. But Hutchinson actually got in there for, it appears... Was that a full game that he got in there? I guess it is, and Well, no, because Gibson played 5 and there was only 5 games in the series, right? So he must have filled in for Gibson in that blowout game that we had. I believe it was game number 3. And he shut the door for the rest of the time in that game. Yeah, it looks like he got in there fairly quickly. 49 minutes played. And he got an assist as well, so pretty good. Pretty good. So that'll be about it for this one in terms of player stats. Let's check the team stats, see how the power play and penalty kill did. So goals for per game. Nope. Goals for per game. We are sitting in first in the playoffs, 3.8. Very nice. Goals against per game were unfortunately kind of down there, 3.2. But the power play, however, 36.8. Power play's finally clicking for us in the playoffs. Let's check penalty kill. 70%. Really? Really? 70% on 10 opportunities? Wow. Okay. If we start to struggle anymore defensively, then that might be something we consider changing. So, but for right now, we are set, and we will see who we have in the second round. It should be, well, it's obviously going to either be Pittsburgh or Carolina. I would like a Carolina rematch from last year. That'd be kind of cool. But I wouldn't mind Pittsburgh either. So, Ho-Sang's available. All right, we'll make sure to put him in for the next series. We'll see who we have. And St. Louis is moving on. Who else is moving on? Dallas, LA is moving on as well. Let's see what else is happening. Detroit will move on, and the Pittsburgh and Carolina series is tied at 7, so that's good. They're going to be tired out for round number 2. That's always nice. And we'll be facing the Pittsburgh Penguins. All right, so second round is going to be St. Louis versus LA, San Jose versus Dallas, Tampa Bay versus Detroit, and your New York Islanders versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. So I believe that'll be it for this one. So in the next one, we will face off against the Pittsburgh Penguins in round 2 of the Year 6 playoffs. See you guys then.